Good morning. I'm Stacy from My Fine Homestead, as most of you know, but in case you don't, I just wanted to do a little tutorial because this week you have a sprout mix in your box, and while many of you probably have recipes that you use them in or you're familiar with them, in case you aren't, I just wanted to show you a quick, easy way to add them to a meal. So this week you have nala greens in the box, which is a mix of 4 shoots. There's sunflower shoots, pea shoots, radish, and buckwheat lettuce, and we'll show you an example of those later. I am using pea shoots because I have extra of those just to show you, but you would use the nala greens in the same way. So we have prepared here what I call a skillet dinner. I have it already started, so you're gonna have to wait and watch the whole thing. But in it I have some cauliflower, some broccoli, carrots, potatoes, and some garlic and onion that we've sauteed and sort of steamed in the pan with the lid on to cook them and soften them up. And I'll just show you. So this is what it looks like right now. We just put in some butter and the onion and garlic, sauteed those a little bit, and then started adding the vegetables, the potatoes and carrots first because they take a little longer, and then I had frozen broccoli, and we had some fresh cauliflower we added in. You can add in pretty much any vegetables that you like or whatever you have on hand. Kale works, spinach, peas or pea pods. It's kind of like a stir fry, but you're just stirring them and letting them steam to soften up. While that's happening, and once I have those going, then I would take whatever shoots I have, and these, like I said, are pea shoots. They're kind of longer stemmed, but I want them smaller because it's kind of hard to eat a big long pea shoot on a fork and a mouthful. So I just grab a little handful, put them on my cutting board, and then I just cut them in lengths that I think are appropriate. So you can do whatever you want, about this long. And if I see a few longer ones, I just cut them a little shorter. And I just keep chopping. Mostly you want them so that they can be picked up on a fork, but they're not so big that they're hanging out of your mouth when you're eating. Okay, so then when the vegetables that I have in here are pretty soft, that are in the pan, set this out of the way, and I'm down to the last few minutes that I think I need for this meal to be ready, I just add in my pea shoots. And because I don't want to waste any of them, take all the crumbs, stir those in, so now the pan looks like this. Cover it back up. I'm on a low to medium setting for my stove top, and I'm just going to let those be in there a minute or two. I look for them to get a little bit brighter green, be a little bit softer when I stir, and then they're ready. You could leave them in less time if you want them more crunchy, or longer if you want them to be softer. It's really a personal preference. I call this a skillet dinner. You can add meat into it. If I do that, I brown some hamburger or some sausage first and stir that in whenever I'm ready for it. You could add rice in. You could eat these vegetables over noodles. You have just a lot of options, and you can also add sauces in, like soy sauce or sesame sauce or a little lemon juice, whatever your preference is, or whatever taste you're going for. So that's a skillet dinner with pea shoots, and you can see already they're starting to get a darker green color, a more brighter, vibrant green is what you're looking for. The cover and the steam is what cooks them, so it's good to have a cover on, but I have a hard time just leaving it alone. So I would say this is about ready. I would turn my pan off and set the plates out and call everybody to dinner.